claims he was spreading God's word, but was 2020 Monday at 9, 8 Central.
The Visa Triple Crown Challenge, the Kentucky Derby, Saturday on ABC.
At the end of a long day, who offers the warmest greeting, willing to do practically anything for you, asking little in return? That's right, the folks at Red Roof Inns, who greet you with a more genuine smile, make sure your room is clean and comfortable, and when it comes to the bill, ask for so little in return. Something that dogs wouldn't understand. They have no concept of money. Well, they have no pockets. Red Roof Inns, nice people and an honest value. Call 1-800-THE-ROOF. Oops.
Hey gang, Mike Arlo here from Classic Hits 106.9. If you're a huge NASCAR fan like I am, call Indian River Sports Travel. Hey, you can go to all the major races. You know, it's tough enough just getting the ticket. Then there's transportation, the parking. So do what I do, call Indian River. You get your race ticket, transportation, tailgate party before and after the race, even hotel with some races. And all you have to remember is your seat cushion, headphones, and where you left your cooler. So start your engines, put the pedal to the metal, and call right now. 523-5551, 523-5551.
Is that again?
From ABC's Wide World of Sports studio in New York, here's Robin Roberts.
We'll get you back out to Talladega in a moment. First, we want to tell you what's coming up later here on ABC. The racing excitement continues as Toyota presents the AMA Supercross Motorcycle Championship with a sneak peek. Let's check in with Paul Page and Big D.
Texas Stadium, of course, is the home of five-time Super Bowl champions, the Dallas Cowboys. But in this stadium, the number 5 will figure in keenly later today. Jeremy McGrath, an icon in AMA Supercross racing, is poised to take an unprecedented 5th championship. We'll have the action. Now, let's send you back to Robin Roberts at our Wide World of Sports studio in New York.
All right, Paul, we'll see you in just a bit. One other racing note, the Cart Nazareth 225 has been postponed because of rain until tomorrow. You can see that race on ESPN at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, that's right, the NBA playoffs continuing today. That's right, the Knicks and the Heat going at it, that intense rivalry. And John Starks comes off the bench to score 25 points. The Knicks win 96-86 to tie this series at one game all. Game 3 Tuesday right here in New York City. Back to Talladega for more of the Die Hard 500. Back to Bob Jenkins. We'll see you again in just a bit.
We are still under caution here at Talladega, our second caution of the afternoon. Let's go quickly to pit road and Jerry Punch.
Kenny Wallace is back on pit road. A moment ago, they had a problem in the pits. The right front tire changer, Jason Shapiro, got a lug nut stuck inside the gun and couldn't get but 2 lug nuts on. They were trying to hold Kenny Wallace up, and Kenny left, and that's why they lost the right front tire. They backed him up, came back in, put the right side tires on. He went back on the racetrack on the tail end of the lead lap. Still under caution. He just came back on the pit road, and they changed all 4 tires. So they are the last car on the lead lap. What a tough break for a crew that gets up at 5:30 in the morning during the week and goes to a local gym in Charlotte to try to get developed for these over-the-wall efforts.
Indeed. Well, you can keep up with what's going on in NASCAR by visiting their website, www.nascar.com. Also, their auxiliary site, NASCAR at 50, as you relive the last 50 years with NASCAR as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. ESPN will join in the celebration this coming Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. NASCAR's Night in Hollywood, a golden celebration. Several special guests scheduled to appear include Tim Allen, Jay Leno, Craig T. Nelson, Dwayne Eddy, Sister Sledge, and more. NASCAR's Night in Hollywood, Saturday night at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Well, pit stops have been completed here, and we're about ready to go back to green. There's the summary. Terry Labonte lost several positions. Jeff Gordon picked up 1, and Kenny Wallace fell from 4th to 25th. Terry Labonte, we understand, came in a second time and topped off on fuel.
It looks like it's going to boil down right now. 55 laps to the end of the race. And some cars, I'm afraid, cannot make it that far. Some of them can. Let's Once again, looks like it could be a fuel mileage situation.
Jeff Gordon is leading for the first time today, and during the caution, Brent Bodine led one lap, the first laps that he has led in 1998. The last time he led was during the Pepsi 400 at Daytona last July.
Jeff Gordon's got a bunch of Fords in there. They're trying to go on the outside. There goes Elliott, Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, and Michael Waltrip.
Petty comes down to help Jeff Gordon in that low line, but boy, they're being surpassed by those Fords and the Pontiac of Bobby Labonte, and the crowd is on its feet.
Yeah, I looked up and saw all those Fords behind Jeff Gordon and said, that's not too good.
Look at Labonte, man, oh man.
Almost has some contact between Labonte and Michael Waltrip.
Michael Waltrip has never won a Winston Cup points-paying race. We got 4 Fords up front and then a Pontiac, and a Pontiac has never won a restrictor plate race in NASCAR Winston Cup competition. Here comes Bill Elliott off the banking as the leader.
Bobby Labonte dives down to the inside. He's going to try to do this on his own as Dale Jarrett's going for the lead in turn 1.
Jarrett drops to the inside of Bill Elliott, and now he will try to get the lead. He has led 4 laps previously here this afternoon and does it rather easily as he goes to the front. Bobby Labonte comes to second, and here comes Earnhardt to third.
The perfect time for Bobby Labonte to make that move to the bottom, because Jarrett moved down there and gave him that draft that he so badly needed to get to the front.
Once again, the car's all bunched up, and you hold your breath for a while until they can get spread out just a little bit. We're on board with Michael Waltrip running in 8th position. Doing a great job. He's up here with the leaders at about 6th spot in the number 9 Cartoon Network Ford.
He was the fastest Ford in qualifying. And Labonte goes by. Bobby takes the lead. Earnhardt is in second. Gordon now works his way back to third.
Jerry Punch has a report from pit road.
Checking on the fuel situation of the 3 cars down where I am. Dale Jarrett, Bobby Labonte, and Dale Earnhardt's crews, all 3 say they should be safe on fuel. They can make it the rest of the way. How about where you are, Jackaroo?
Jerry, that is not what my guys want to hear. Terry Labonte has 4 new tires. Jeff Gordon has 2 new tires. And guess what? The McDonald's car of Bill Elliott has no new tires, but all 3 say they don't think they have enough fuel to go the distance. They might have to do a quick gas and go before the end of this race, Bill Weber.
It has been a frustrating day for Roush Racing, but Mark Martin is certainly resurrecting their hopes of winning here. He is running well, back at the front, and has plenty of fuel to go the distance, according to crew chief Jimmy Fennig.
Well, sounds like you're going to be right, Benny. If this thing goes green the rest of the way, it could come down to who has the best fuel mileage.
And look at Jerry Labonte. Started back in 23rd spot, already up to 11th. And following Michael Waltrip, the 21 car, that's Labonte in the 5. Trying to get back to the front.
Will show us that because he's running side by side, Mark Martin stuck there at 193 miles an hour, running side by side with Kyle Petty.
Yeah, we've seen that car run 195 all day long. Now it's 193. That's the 44 car is beside of him. Jerry Nadeau, the 13 car, he is a lap down, 28th spot. Jarrett takes a look on the inside, trying to get by Jeff Gordon. Elliott says, I think I'll go with my Ford buddy.
Here's a First Plus Financial Field summary showing the point standings. As of now, Terry Labonte back to 5th position. Jeff Gordon moves up to 2nd, just 71 behind Rusty. And Mayfield has moved back up to 3rd. He came into this race in 2nd spot. Look at Kyle Petty down to the inside of Bill Elliott.
That's because Elliott's running side by side with other cars, just slowing down. And now Terry Labonte's back behind Elliott. Get back to the front.
Rusty Wallace way up high on the racetrack. Looks to the outside of Jerry Nadeau.
Man. Well, that's a situation you just hope that guy on the inside knows you're there. Now Labonte, he's in the middle trying to go, and he goes by Elliott in the middle. Man.
Terry has really come up through the field from that pit stop, that second pit stop that he made to top off.
And Labonte is up to 6 spots from 25th.
Petty is not on the lead lap in that 44 car to the inside. He's in 27th position. Jackaroo.
Well, hey, guys, don't forget about that second stop. Think about the difference between 2 tires and 4 tires. Terry Labonte had a long stop, but he got 4 new Goodyears, and that's helped him in that run to the front.
Yes, indeed, it has. Now side by side, Lake Speed and Dale Earnhardt, and here comes Elliott inside.
Elliott's gotten a run again. Warburton will give him a hand, and now Lake Speed gets caught in the middle of 3 abreast. Oh, Lake, there's somebody out there. Be careful.
That's Chad Little up there on the top of the racetrack. Now here comes Michael Waltrip in the 21 car.
And Kenny Wallace.
Despite the problem on pit road, that 81 car is still running well. He is.
Oh, and Earnhardt gets hurt. Elliott hard in the wall.
Major crash here on the front stretch. A car upside down. That's Bill Elliott. And Dale Earnhardt was on his side as he came down through the tri-oval. A major crash here at the tri-ovals. Car still.
We see a wheel rolling across the racetrack. Knocked the wheel off somebody's car.
And that is exactly what we were talking about. When the cars get bunched up.
And oh, man, what great news that is. That's Bill Elliott taking his visor up. He's taking his gloves off like he's in the garage. There comes John Andretti. And look at this car.
Oh, my gosh. And a fire burning there in the engine compartment. But we saw from the in-car camera that Bill Elliott was moving around inside. And, man, that is great news. The 9 car of Lake Speed has been severely damaged on the right front. Let's take a look at the replay of what happened when the cars were here right before they crossed the starting line.
There's Elliott. Warburton gets in the side of Earnhardt. Just touches him. Elliott in there on the roof, sliding across. We see Chad Little going down, hit Michael Waltrip. The 3 car gets banged from Jerry Nadeau, I think. Elliott's car now back on its wheels. We see Schrader down on the inside. Bobby Hamilton, heavy damage to Schrader's car.
Chad Little involved. Wow. A scary moment here at Talladega. Again, we take a look at Warburton making slight contact with Dale.
Oh, and Bill hit that wall so hard.
Bill getting out of the car, Jerry.
Well, the best news a crew could have is when a driver can actually talk to him, and they did. We're able to communicate with Bill Elliott. They have also talked, I'm told, down here with Dale Earnhardt, able to talk after the cars have come to a rest. And what a whale of a lick. Elliott, a little bit groggy. His safety crews are on the scene. They will have him out on a stretcher, taken to the Hardwick Caraway Medical Center infield care center to take a look at Bill Elliott, but thankfully awake and alert, a little bit groggy, but getting out of the race car, and the red flag will come out because there is debris all over this racetrack.
Well, we thought we were going to make it without one of these harrowing accidents. There is Dale Earnhardt, and that is also good news, and Bill is walking around. Boy, he's pretty groggy, but it looks like he's okay.
He refused his stretcher, and Earnhardt's checking on him, and oh, man.
This is the ride that Bill Elliott took from his in-car camera. Let's ride with him. Camera worked all the way through. Here's the other angle of it. Up hard into that wall.
Hard in that wall. Unbelievable contact in that wall.
Fortunately, the car did not get up into the catch fencing as Bobby Allison's did several years ago. But boy, there is a lot of damaged race cars. But apparently no driver injuries from this major accident that's brought out the red flag in the Die Hard 500 at Talladega.
Sleek, sophisticated, stylish, and yet with an exhilarating V6. Chevy Monte Carlo lets you express that hidden part of your personality, just dying to get out.
Mr. Freeman. How are you? Tommy?
Monte Carlo. The side you show the world is up to you.
McDonald's is going wild over the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's most adventurous theme park ever, and so will you. The adventure starts with the wild, tangy taste of our McRib sandwich. Juicy, tender, and smothered in sassy barbecue sauce. But hurry, the McRib will be gone before you know it.
Honey, it's for you.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Got a few minutes to spare? New Turtle Wax Express Shine can quickly make your car look showroom new. Just spray on and wipe off. Turtle Wax Express Shine is carnauba enriched for a brilliant glow and long-lasting protection. And it works for all finishes, including clear coats. So try new Turtle Wax Express Shine and get a great Turtle Wax Shine in just minutes. And come down hard on grease with new Turtle Wax Purple Muscle Heavy Duty Cleaner.
Since we switched to Quaker State Motor Oil, we've been very successful. So when my crew chief said, "Check it out, Jeff, 3 synthetics from Quaker State," why change a good thing? Different engines can need different protection. Quaker State knows that. Well, we tested them. And guess what? Now we're winning with the same oil you can buy at the store.
Quaker State. The choice is clear. Receive free roadside assistance coverage when you purchase Quaker State. Get details at participating retailers.
What's inside Disney's Animal Kingdom? Find out when Drew Carey hosts Disney's Animal Kingdom. ABC tonight at 7, 6 Central.
Why do you respond to everything I say with scientific mumbo-jumbo?
Because everything you say is pie-in-the-sky, paranormal, saucer-head idiocy.
ABC Tuesday. Prepare for the extraordinary home improvement the government doesn't want you to see.
The truth is out there.
This is joy. This is frustration. This is pride. This is humility. This is a sport that's about more than just winning or losing. In fact, it's a sport that's not so much about cars as it is about people. This is racing. This is NASCAR.
From ABC's Wide World of Sports studio in New York, here's Robin Roberts.
And we'll get you back out to Talladega in just a moment. The red flag is out. The Die Hard 500 has stopped at this point. Coming up next here on ABC, more racing excitement as Toyota presents the AMA Supercross Motorcycle Championship. Be sure to catch the wild racing excitement as the hottest Supercross riders tear up the track. Big D at Texas Stadium. Don't miss it later today on ABC Sports. Racing earlier today in Italy, the Grand Prix of San Marino. David Coulthard was on the pole looking for his first win of the year, and he is able to do that. He holds off Michael Schumacher, who made up 10 seconds in 35 laps, but he couldn't catch the winner. Little champagne for the victorious David Coulthard, his 4th career victory, and he moves into 2nd place in the World Drivers' Championship. In the process, Jacques Villeneuve, the defending world champion, finished 4th. And again, let's get back out to Talladega under the red flag. And Bob Jenkins, so good to see Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt able to walk away from that horrendous crash.
The race has been stopped here at Talladega because of an accident here in the tri-oval. There you see the cars that are parked up high on the banking. Jack Arute is standing by with Ken Schrader, who took a real hard shot from Bobby Hamilton in the melee.
Well, Bob, you take a look at some of the debris that they've started to rip off of Kenny Schrader's car, but under red flag conditions, they can't work anymore. Kenny, first of all, you took one whale of a wallop out there.
No, it wasn't too bad. We just bent all the light stuff, so little car didn't hit too hard, but it's going to be a long time to fix it.
You know, we talked about at the open of the show that a momentary bobble for some is an opportunity, for others is a catastrophe, and that you guys have to operate on instinct. You don't have a margin for error anymore.
No, you know, first off, all the smoke goes up, and you either make it through or you don't. And we basically cleared everything that was in the smoke, but we had to cut left, and someone got us in the left rear, and then we spun around and hit someone. But hey, you're just along for the ride on those things. That once the initial contact starts, it don't make much difference.
Now, believe it or not, guys, they can't even decide whether they can get this car back into action or not until the racetrack goes back to caution. Bill Weber, right now, they're all just standing around, like waiting for it to go back to yellow.
And it's good to see Morgan Shepherd standing around. I know you'd rather be out on the track in the car, but you're all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Got banged around a little bit. Lowe's Chevrolet was running good. You know, we was just sitting there riding, and next thing I know, all I could see was smoke. A couple of cars got together, I reckon, right in front of us, and there it went. You know, I really expected this to happen earlier in the race when cars was all over the place. I reckon that's when it happens, though, when you're kind of off guard.
Okay, that's Morgan Shepherd. Jerry Punches with Michael Waltrip.
Well, the damage may look severe to the 21 car, the Citgo Ford, but actually probably minimal compared to some of the other cars that have been carried by us on pit road. Michael's still sitting in his car. Mike, I got to ask you, what from your vantage point could you see out there?
I just saw the three get turned sideways, and it happened right in front of me, so I turned to the left to try to squirt by, and somebody came out of that mess and hit the Citgo Taurus in the door, which almost spun it, but I corrected it, and drove back here. I mainly just have no chassis damage, mainly cosmetic damage, and that's what we're going to work on as soon as we get ready to go here. As Kenny Wallace said in Texas, it's mainly superficial or superstition. Now, wait a minute. There's one of them words.
All right. And folks, he didn't even hit his head in that accident. He's fine. That's just Michael Waltrip. But taking a look at his race car, there's some pretty significant superstition, as he called it, some superficial damage. The left front fender is gone. The right front fender has been sheared away. They're going to do some work on this car, but right now under the red flag, no one can work on the race cars while they have the red flag waved to the field.
19 cars were involved in one way or another in this crash. Take a look at the list of drivers who suffered some kind of damage in the accident. But Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt took the wildest rides, and they got out of their cars and walked to the ambulance. We have many, many replays of this crash. We'll take a look at them when we come back.
Pepsi presents a Jeff Gordon moment. This year, Jeff Gordon has joined an exclusive club as one of only 17 drivers to win at least 30 Cup races in a career. It took Jeff 42 races for his first win, but then reached a mark of 12 wins in his first 100 starts, reaching that plateau faster than Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt combined. Another Jeff Gordon moment.
Gordon is way behind. Stick a fork in Jeff. He's done. Oh, my. What is he thinking? Holy Baloo. What the heck is that?
Ooh, that's got to hurt.
Well, what could possess a man to drive like that?
Gotcha.
He's making his move backwards. Gordon wins.
We got to get him a cup holder.
Generation Next.
In the world of tools, there's only one true craftsman. Craftsman makes anything possible.
Yeah. Since they started using Quaker State motor oil, Jeff Gordon won the '97 Winston Cup. Jack Sprague brought home the '97 Craftsman Truck Series trophy. Tony Stewart won the '97 Indy Racing League Championship. And the Quaker State Saturn racing team took first place in the 97 SCCA Championship. Which makes you wonder, is it in their blood or in their engines? Quaker State, chosen by winners.
It's good to know that in an era of superstars, big corporate sponsorships, and network TV deals, there's an organization that also cares about fairness and sportsmanship, that realizes its fans are the sole reason for its success, and knows it should never go so fast that it can't slow down if there's a good enough reason. This is NASCAR, and this is the way we've done things for 50 years.
In 1948, an auto racing sanctioning body was formed, NASCAR, and today we continue a year-long celebration of its golden anniversary. NASCAR's 50th anniversary is brought to you by Coca-Cola Classic, the official soft drink of NASCAR fans. Since its opening in 1969, Talladega Superspeedway has been one thing to fans and drivers alike: speed. In 1970, Buddy Baker became the first man ever to run a 200-mile-an-hour lap on a closed course. 15 years later, Bill Elliott ran over 212 miles an hour, a Winston Cup record that still stands. In 1987, Bobby Allison had this horrific crash into the catch fencing. The course of racing would be changed forever. The crash led to NASCAR's introduction of the restrictor plate, which limited airflow to the engine and has kept speeds under 200 miles per hour. It was a series of frightening crashes here in '93 that led NASCAR to develop a new safety feature. To make the sport safer for drivers and fans, the roof flap was developed, designed to spoil airflow over the cars and keep them from becoming airborne. An innovation that has undoubtedly saved many drivers from injury. And certainly today, those roof flaps played a key role in keeping some cars on the ground when they got turned around in this massive crash that we have seen here in the Tri-Oval area. We have numerous replays. Let's watch them.
Well, we're looking at Dale Earnhardt right in the middle of the screen. He gets tagged by the 22. He goes down and just hits the 94 in the right rear and turns Bill head on in the wall. Now, the other cars behind, they have nowhere to go. We see Derek Cope spinning down through there. All in all, 19 cars involved. I mean, if you were behind folks, where would you go? Another angle.
Elliott's car gets over on its side. It does not turn over completely because now it's going to turn back onto its wheels. But those cars that you see backwards and sideways, you would have seen airborne and maybe turning over were it not for the roof flaps that were developed a few years ago by NASCAR.
And watch. Now you're back in Bobby Hamilton in the 4 car. Where would you go? There's no place to go. You just ride it into smoke.
Visibility is zero with all the smoke that arises from the cars. Now with Mark Martin.
Just listen. And his windshield looks just like our camera lens there.
Yep.
Now watch, let's see the 22 car. I thought maybe the left front touched the apron and put him up into Earnhardt, but I don't know if that's the case or not. He goes up, just touches Earnhardt, and he gets in the 94 car, and Sterling Marlin says, thank God I got through that.
Michael Waltrip says he has cosmetic damage. Let's see how it occurred. He's going to need a lot of lipstick and rouge to fix the damage that was caused by Chad Little when he was slid into. So we do have a red flag here as the debris is being cleaned up past the starting line toward turn 1. More after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Introducing the Sicilian pizza from Pizza Hut. This ain't no ordinary pizza. It's a date with the Bomb Squad. It's oregano, basil, and garlic packed so tightly into the crust it'll make your eyeballs sweat. It ain't no Waltz of Matilda debutante cotillion. It's an all-out, in-your-face headbanger's ball. They're having an all-night party in your mouth, and they ain't serving pate. This is the most intense-tasting pizza we've ever made. The energized, kicking the teeth mother of all pizzas. The new Sicilian pizza from Pizza Hut for only $8.99. Can you handle it?
Meet Sean Graham, veteran stuntman. This is how he lives. This is what he drives. What else would he drive? Chevy S10, like a rock.
This is Major Tom's ground, so I'm stepping.
Houston, we have a problem.
My wife, I love her.
Apollo 13 astronauts may be in grave danger.
Apollo 13, 8/7 Central ABC tonight.
What do you call a man willing to sacrifice his body to defend the honor of his country? A goalkeeper. World Cup 98, coming June 13th on ABC.
Hey gang, Mike Otto here from Classic Hits 106.9. If you're a huge NASCAR fan like I am, call Indian River Sports Travel. Hey, you can go to all the major races. You know, it's tough enough just getting the ticket. Then there's transportation, the parking. So do what I do, call Indian River. You get your race ticket, transportation, tailgate party before and after the race, even hotel with some races. And all you have to remember is your seat cushion, headphones, and where you left your cooler. So start your engines, put the pedal to the metal, and call right now. 523-5551, 523-5551.
Bugles is a proud sponsor of Mark Martin's number 6 race car.
Yeah!
Crunchy corn cone-shaped Bugles. The taste that's a blast.
You are watching the Die Hard 500 on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Cleanup continues here at Talladega after a 19-car accident here at the start-finish line and down toward turn number 1. We have the jet dryers out on the track, and they are blowing away the debris. Jerry Punch standing by with Derek Cope.
Bob, before we talk to Derek, let me show you. We talked about how important the roof flaps were as a safety innovation to be able to keep cars on the ground. Let me show you a different one. This one came out about 30 years ago. It's called the inner liner, the tire within a tire. This is Derek Cope's left front tire that's been sheared away by grinding on the racetrack. But beneath this shearing away, still inflated, is the inner liner, this inside tire. Years before this was available, if you cut the outside tire, the wheel would dig into the pavement and you would tumble end over end or roll. This tire is still up. That's why Derek Cope could bring the gum-out Pontiac back to pit road. He is sitting in the car. Let's talk to Derek. And Derek, first of all, your first race back from injured ribs. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It really didn't hit me that hard. Somebody hit me in the left front, got me straightened up, but I'm really, I'm pretty saddened about it because I had a good car all day. I feel bad for Gum-Out and Degree and Jimmy Dean, Brian Furs. We just had a day to be up front, and we just kind of got ourselves back there a little bit, and then I had nowhere to go there.
Any idea how bad the damage is? The crew looking at it from across the wall. Can they possibly get you back out for some points?
Well, yeah, we're going to be able to get back out, but I think we hurt the radiator. The tire come apart, tore the fender off it, and the radiator hose and a bunch of other little stuff. So it's going to be a bit of work, but we'll get some more laps, probably get a few points out of it.
Well, after running in the top 5 most of the day, he sits on pit road with a heavily damaged Pontiac. Let's go to Bill Weber.
Dale Earnhardt has just emerged from the care unit. We're going to try and give him a little room here. First of all, Dale, how are you?
Hi.
Other than that, and that's about all we're gonna move in here just a little bit. Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good shape.
What happened, Dale?
I don't know, somebody turned me from behind and turned Elliott. Just about the same thing happened to me. Happened to Elliott as that happened to me in '96 here. So it was just a big wreck. The fire came off Elliott's car and singed my hair, and burnt my mustache up a little bit. I have to grow some new ones.
Okay, obviously a lot of close racing, Talladega. What was the day like up to that point?
Good. It's not good racing, though. Y'all can talk about all you want. It ain't good racing.
Okay, he's going to try and get through. And also, Bill Elliott, we're told, will be leaving the track via ambulance, being taken next door. There's an airport that is adjoining to this facility. Bill has his plane there. He's going to get in his plane and fly home and see his doctor there. We're told his only injury, which is minor, he just had his breath knocked out of him. So Bill Elliott is okay, and we've heard from Dale Earnhardt. Let's go to Jack Root.
Well, a man that had a great run going in the John Deere car, Chad Little, it just isn't going to work your way today. I mean, the car is tore up. Tell us what happened.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It happened about 4 cars in front of me, and all I saw is the 22 car and the 3 car come streaking right in front of us. And I turned to the left, and they said on reviewing it that we just barely got involved. But the second hit is what got me. First one wasn't so bad, but I'm fine. Say hi to Mom and Dad. And we'll just, you know, it's a shame, but that's part of the dangers of restrictor plate racing. We just almost expect one of these each time we race, either Daytona or Talladega. We didn't have one in Daytona, so you knew we were going to have one here. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I like restrictor plate racing. I don't mind it a bit, but this is the unfortunate part about it is when you got 20 cars so tightly packed together, somebody makes a mistake, somebody gets turned, it's going to be a big pileup.
Is part of the situation with restrictor plate racing the fact that if somebody does get crossed up, you can't give them a break because you don't have time to give them a break?
Maybe not. You know, it is for the guys that are 3rd and 4th back from the accident where it started, but you know, usually it takes 2 cars to be in a wreck, generally, or even let's say somebody loses it by themselves. There's so many cars that are so close together, it's going to take them all out. If the track gets it all blocked, you just can't avoid it, and that's really what the deal is. It's not that the horsepower, it's not the restrictor plate. That's just the running so close together is a product of that, and that's what causes the wrecks.
And that's Talladega. Bob?
Yes, indeed. It's something that you hate to see, but it is inevitable. We will be going back to green flag racing here before too long. Next on ABC Sports, after our coverage of this race, Toyota presents the AMA Supercross Motorcycle Championship from Texas Stadium. Don't miss it. It's next on ABC Sports. We'll take a break from Talladega and be right back.
I'm thinking about moving to another swamp.
No, really?
I'm just not comfortable living in a swamp where assassination attempts are taking place. Every loon with a vendetta, every snake with a sinus headache frightens me.
Hey, snap out of it, Louis. Everybody knows it was you.
Oh, Frank, I had no motive. I love Budweiser, and I love the frogs.
Oh, yeah, you're good buddies. I forgot.
Excuse me, if you would remember last summer, I invited them to that barbecue.
Yeah, well, Louis, you wanted to cook them at that barbecue.
But at least I invited them.
Oh.
You wouldn't have invited them at all.
Since we switched to Quaker State Motor Oil, we've been very successful. So when my crew chief said, check it out, Jeff, 3 synthetics from Quaker State. Why change a good thing? Different engines can need different protection. Quaker State knows that. Well, we tested them. And guess what? Now we're winning with the same oil you can buy at the store.
Quaker State. The choice is clear. Receive free roadside assistance coverage when you purchase Quaker State. Get details at participating retailers.
I want spring in all her glory.
You want Sears Days, our twice-a-year only sale with big brands at our lowest prices of the season.
I want our lawn to look like the 18th at Augusta.
Then you can't beat our most powerful Craftsman mower at our lowest price ever. If you can find another mower with all these features advertised for less, we'll give you a $100 gift certificate.
I want a win-win deal like that.
For big brands at our lowest prices, you want Sears Days now through May 2nd.
You need a muffler. And you need it now. Right now at participating Midas shops, the famous Economizer Plus muffler is just $29.95 for a limited time only. $29.95, and it's guaranteed. So get into Midas now for a great muffler for just $29.95. Before it's too late.
Now, a Drew Carey slideshow preview. Drew Carey, know him, love him. His friends, Kate and Oswald, getting married. Who could ruin it? Anyone? Mimi Bobek. The most exciting 5 weeks of Drew you'll ever see. Coming ABC Wednesdays.
The injuries creature. Now you're not safe anywhere. ABC May.
Under a red flag condition here at Talladega because of a 19-car pileup just past the start-finish line. We've shown you many replays. Let's take a look at some more.
Once again, Earnhardt, the 3-car right in the middle of the screen, is going to get a bump from Ward Burton. He's going to turn, hit the 94 in the right rear. They slam in the outside retaining wall. When they start coming off the wall, then they just don't have a chance. All of a sudden, the racetrack is blocked.
Now, you know, earlier we talked about how you don't want to get the left side tires down onto the apron. Did Ward Burton?
Yes, he did. See, you see the white line right there? That is the apron. Ward goes down, gets the left sides. That pushes the car back up the hill. That's when he gets in the 3-car. The 3 turns in the 99.
Now we're on board with Jerry Nadeau. Big impact there. That's about all you could see. Randy LaJoie. Almost through the crash was Randy LaJoie. And now some amazing video from the point leader, Rusty Wallace's perspective. Almost involved with Michael Waltrip, but it looked like Rusty made it through unscathed.
I don't think he got a scratch.
Now the cars have started rolling again. We are under a yellow flag condition, and now the crews can work on their cars. Here comes Bobby Hamilton down pit road. The red flag lasted 27 minutes, and as you can see, they indeed have gone to work on their cars. Ricky Rudd's Tide crew busy at work. So the cars now roll once again, and we will have the restart. In just a few moments, there are 46 laps to go in the Die Hard 500 at Talladega Superspeedway.
Just relax. When car batteries are put to the test, America's most trusted lives up to its name. She's gonna love her birthday.
I'm looking for somebody who knows their parts. That'll work.
For expert advice, go to the pros.
Red Dog Rules for Living, number 27. Never, ever bite the hand that serves you. That's a good boy.
How's the car, Dale? A little tight off. 0 cars moving up. Got them on the inside.
Inside every member of Team Monte Carlo, there's a side that's kind of wild.
Get another tire.
Team Monte Carlo.
Animal.
Pardon me. This year, they're hungrier than ever.
Warning, Canyon County road crews have been working round the clock removing fallen trees that knock down power lines as thunderstorms rip through the region. And it looks like the worst is still...
Comfort that never quits. Red Wing shoes. Work hard.
People are selling tools today on the market that I don't even think they know where they're made.
Craftsman hand tools. Made in America. Guaranteed forever.
One thing about the Craftsman tool, you know where it comes from, it's made here, and you know the quality's good.
This is joy. This is frustration. This is pride. This is humility. This is a sport that's about more than just winning or losing. In fact, it's a sport that's not so much about cars as it is about people. This is racing. This is NASCAR.
Track Facts are brought to you by Quaker State. For what you drive and the way you drive it, the choice is clear.
One thing these sophisticated stock cars don't have that you use in your car every day is a speedometer. But that's because NASCAR Winston Cup teams don't measure laps in miles per hour. They measure them in seconds. Still, there must be some way to measure engine performance, and that's done with a tach, which electronically measures the revolutions per minute turned by the crankshaft. So when a driver's making a practice run, all he has to do is glance at the tachometer so he can tell his crew chief how many RPMs the engine is turning. That way the team can evaluate engine and car performance. Here's how a typical conversation might go.
Bill, how many RPMs it turned that time?
I'm sorry, Benny. I was concentrating so hard on the line I never looked at the tach.
Well, check the telltale.
That's right. The tach recall switch. 8,200.
8,200. Is that enough?
I don't think so. I think if we go to a little higher gear, we might be able to run an 84 or 85. That gives us a good shot at the pole.
Okay, guys, let's change the gear.
The tachometer, a simple but sophisticated aid in the endless search for speed.
On board with Mark Martin. Now, they won't change, they won't turn 8,000 RPM today here, will they? No, about 7,000 RPMs. There's a tachometer, and that's how they judge their speed down pit road. There's a 55-mile-per-hour speed limit on pit road. They have to do that by the tachometer. Well, there's a lot of damage to a lot of race cars, and we'll try to get back out there and turn some more laps. Bill Weber from Track Fact to the garage. Bill?
Where Ricky Rudd sits in the tied Ford, his crew working hard to try and get you back out there, so maybe you can pick up some spots. What did you see?
Well, I saw a lot of smoke, a lot of debris there, Bill. I really couldn't give it a good perspective. We're sitting around 14th, 15th in line, and all the action started happening, and it's kind of hard to dodge 15 to 20 cars when they start spinning.
It's a tough way to race, Ricky.
Well, you know, it's actually pretty exciting, probably a little more so than we would want. But like I say, the tempo was building, the race was coming to an end, and some of the guys were in over the head, and it just finally showed up.
Okay, he'd like to get back out and make at least one more lap past everybody else that was in that wreck. I will tell you this, he is able to smile. Ricky Rudd enjoys this brand of racing. He thinks it's very challenging for the drivers, and we've seen that today, that's for sure.
It is indeed exciting when they race wheel to wheel, but boy, when they crash, it all goes down the drain. Work being done on Rusty Wallace's car, so apparently he did have some damage in that 16 or 19 car pileup. Back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Since they started using Quaker State motor oil, Jeff Gordon won the '97 Winston Cup. Jack Sprague brought home the '97 Craftsman Truck Series trophy. Tony Stewart won the '97 Indy Racing League Championship. And the Quaker State Saturn racing team took first place in the '97 SCCA Championship. Which makes you wonder, is it in their blood or in their engines? Quaker State, chosen by winners.
Eagle One A to Z all-wheel cleaner. Spray on, hose off, towel dry. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Eagle One A to Z. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Tuesday, you've shared it all with Andy.
I'll give you your anesthetic, you'll go to sleep.
But never anything.
And then I'll do your operation.
Like this.
And I'll remove your prostate and the tumor that's in it. And you're going to come out the other side.
I'm going to be here.
New Blue, ABC Tuesday. Viewer discretion advised.
Wednesday, how did this Playboy centerfold leading a glamorous life end up a streetwalker and a murder victim? Who killed Miss February? On Primetime Wednesday.
Hey gang, Mike Arlo here from Classic Hits 106.9. If you're a huge NASCAR fan like I am, call Indian River Sports Travel. Hey, you can go to all the major races. You know, it's tough enough just getting the ticket. Then there's transportation, the parking. So do what I do, call Indian River. You get your race ticket, transportation, tailgate party before and after the race, even hotel with some races. And all you have to remember is your seat cushion, headphones, and where you left your cooler. So start your engines, put the pedal to the metal, and call right now. 523-5551, 523-5551.
Little trucks make for long weeks, but Dodge Dakota's bigger to lighten Monday's load. Its tough Ram looks make Tuesday more memorable. Its longer, wider stance smooths hump day right out, while its superior Magnum power makes Thursday fly. And voila, it's Friday, and better yet, the weekend. Dakota, for shorter weeks and bigger weekends.
The Die Hard 500 on ABC Sports, brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. For what you drive and the way you drive it, the choice is clear.
The cars rolling here at Talladega as we get set for a restart after a red flag. Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific on ABC Sports, we begin our coverage of the Shell Houston Open from the Woodlands in Texas. Fred Couples, Tom Kite, and David Duval tee off against last year's winner Phil Blackmar. That's Saturday at 2 Eastern on ABC Sports. The 43 car of John Andretti was having a great race, Bill.
Last year, 2 top 5s for John Andretti and a strong run today. Talking to his crew, talking to Robbie Loomis, his crew chief. John, your version, what did you see and feel?
I didn't see anything. All I saw was looked like the 94, something how he got turned up in the wall. And heck, before I got to where the 94 got turned, the 30 car got turned, and he came T-bone car in front of me. So, got to go.
Okay, they're going to try and get him back out as well. Of course, NASCAR has told these teams that if they cannot get up to speed to one lap, do not bring your car back out on the track. And you can take a look at the STP Pontiac, and you can see it doesn't look anything like it did, obviously, before the caution or before the crash. But now they're going to try and get him back out. They're going to try and send him back out. He wants to get, again, like Rudd, at least one lap and pass all the other cars that are sitting back here in the garage for more points. Jerry Punch.
Well, the 30 car may look pretty severe, but actually, as far as a Winston Cup race car crew member is concerned, it isn't that bad. What they have done is broken a water line. They have burst the expansion tank that comes off the radiator. Doug Hewitt, the crew chief, there on his knees. He was trimming some of the front air dam away. He has taken a welder and welded what's left of the nose back into a bracket that goes into the front part of the frame. They have filled it back full of water. They are going to fire the car up and try to get the 30 car back on the racetrack. This accident may have bent their race car, but it did not break their spirits. They're going to try to get the gum-out machine back on the track. As we check in with Jack.
Well, Jerry, let's talk about a couple of the cars that are still out there. Remember, before we went to red, the Hendrick team were concerned about fuel consumption. Well, here's what Andy Graves did. They took the empty fuel cans and they weigh them on this pad right here, and that they then can determine, because it's 7 pounds per gallon for fuel, exactly how much fuel went into the car. Seeing how they've already had a couple of stops, they can calculate what their fuel mileage is. Well, here's the good news. Andy Graves says that extra stop when they took the extra fuel has given them enough to go the distance. Now, here's the bad news. His teammate behind me, now Ray Evernham and Jeff Gordon, all they did during the red flag was discuss fuel conservation measures. They also, on top of everything else, have got an intermittent radio problem. Guys?
Well, the green flag is going to be coming out in one more slow lap, so we'll sneak in another quick break and be back for green flag racing at Talladega.
Sleek, sophisticated, stylish, and yet with an exhilarating V6. Chevy Monte Carlo lets you express that hidden part of your personality, just dying to get out.
Mr. Freeman.
How are you?
Tommy?
Monte Carlo. The side you show the world is up to you.
On a weekend, I don't know what to do if there's not a race. I like the noise, I like the speed. You know, it's like a disease, and you don't get rid of it. You're never going fast enough. Going 185 miles an hour is nothing. But you got to remember, you got to make that turn and go back the other way. That's something. Usually I sit back in the car. I say, it's you and me, baby. Let's go.
Now get a replica of Buddy Baker's 1980 Olds 442 at Napa, only $29.95.
Daddy, do a lion. Do a giraffe.
That's not a giraffe.
No, but it's a really good sandwich.
McDonald's is going wild over Disney's most adventurous theme park ever, Disney's Animal Kingdom, with the wild barbecue taste of McRib. Supersize any extra value meal and you could instantly win a vacation to Disney's Animal Kingdom Park from McDonald's. So tame your hunger with McRib.
What animal are you doing now?
A hungry one.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Mankind's greatest achievement.
Houston, we have a problem.
Became America's finest hour.
Failure is not an option.
Ed Harris, Kathleen Quinlan, and Tom Hanks. This is the incredible story
Something broke on your daddy's spaceship.
of the people who never gave up. Apollo 13, a film by Ron Howard. 8/7 Central, ABC tonight. Ally McBeal comes to the practice, ABC Monday. I heard she was coming.
Just as you rejoin us, the green flag comes back out after a long red flag. Bobby Labonte at the front of the field. There are 15 cars on the lead lap.
15 cars, but a couple of those are damaged, as we see Bobby Labonte, the 18, the pole sitter, lead as he come off the second corner. There we see the 24 car and 81, Kenny Wallace.
The running order in the upper left of your screen. It's an amazing comeback for Kenny Wallace, who, remember, had that problem on pit road. Went off without the lug nuts tightened. He is back up in contention for the win. But right now it is Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, and Kenny Wallace running 1 through 4. Back in 5th is Jimmy Spencer, Terry Labonte 6th, and Sterling Marlin 7th.
Our points leader, Rusty Wallace, Jeremy Mayfield. Right now, Jeremy Mayfield is running in 10th spot, and Rusty is running in 12th. Both those cars able to dodge the big crash.
39 laps to go. When we show you the remainder of how the field is running, now we're going to show you a First Plus Financial Field Summary, and it will show you how their position on the racetrack now affects the point standings. And Jeremy Mayfield is back up into 2nd. He was as low as 5th in the point standings at one time during this race. Jeff Gordon 4th and Terry Labonte 5th. Jeff Gordon was 2nd in the point standings at one time during the race.
There's a lot of, as always, in NASCAR Winter Cup racing, when the car's involved in the crash, they try to fix it, get it back on the racetrack. NASCAR has told the team that they must maintain a 56-second lap to be able to stay on the track.
You can see some damage there in the front, in the left front of Rusty Wallace's car, affecting the car aerodynamically, but really he got through that crash with relatively little damage.
Back to the lead, Labonte, Jarrett. Laps to go. 37 now. 37 laps to go.
The 22 car is Ward Burton, and he is the one that made initial contact with Dale Earnhardt to begin that series of crashes that we had and cars turning up on their side. There he is. He's running in 9th position, so he got through okay.
MB&A Pontiac following the Skittles Pontiac of Ernie Irvan. This is right along with Ernie Irvan, or A1 Steak Sauce onboard camera, as he tries his best to close up on Sterling Marlin. That's Sterling right in front of him.
Ernie has not led today, but he had led at least one lap in the last 10 races here. Lake Speed is the red car that you see running there to your left on the inside of the racetrack. One of those cars that was involved in the big crash but has gotten back out there. Ernie Irvan was also the pole sitter for the race here last October. Currently running 8th. Here's the shot from the Pennzoil copter cam, the first 4. We got a Pontiac, a Ford, a Chevy. Running 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. There they're passing by Derek Cope. Now we're down to track level. This is the bumper cam of Bobby Labonte. Looking back on 2nd place, Dale Jarrett. Well, if a Pontiac wins today, it's going to break a couple of records. First of all, it's going to be the first Pontiac win since Richard Petty won it here in 1983, and it will be the very first race that Pontiac has ever won with a restrictor plate.
At Daytona or Talladega.
Right. Speed is back up to well over 190 miles an hour after that red flag. Here comes Bobby Labonte across the stripe to complete lap number 154. We have had 9 different leaders here this afternoon. From Terry Labonte, who has led 67 laps, to Brett Bodine, who has led 1.
There we see Ernie Irvan, and you can see how the vibration, there's not a lot of vibration as he just relaxes down the front of the straightaway, puts his arm up on the windowsill like he's going down the store after a loaf of bread, talking to the crew, checking the mirror, turns in the corner. Not as much vibration. I'm not seeing as much as I expected to see with this shot.
Jack Arute has more on Ernie Irvan.
Well, Benny, before that red flag situation, Ernie Irvan was conversing with his crew, and they were mired back there in about 16th or 17th spot. And the crew radioed to him and said, hey, when are you going to decide to get serious about this? And he says, oh, in a little while. Radioed into him now and says, how do you like me now?
He's just riding along in 8th position. Ward Burton right behind him, and Sterling Marble in front of him.
There we see the 2 Pontiacs of Irvan and Burton.
Up front, meanwhile, it's still Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Kenny Wallace, Jimmy Spencer, and the second pack is catching that lead pack. Jeremy Mayfield, Rusty Wallace, and Randy LaJoie, who's having another good race here today. And if they stay in line, they'll be able to draft right up there and be among the top 9. 156 laps completed out of 188 of the Die-Hard 500.
When car batteries are put to the test, America's most trusted lives up to its name.
Finally, after 49 years, you now have a soft drink that not only refreshes your thirst, it refreshes your sport. Drink accordingly.
Isn't that a pretty sight?
So how many miles? 50?
90.
90?
90,000 miles. Shoot, that's just getting broke in for Chevy.
Is that a scratch?
scratches give character.
The best long-term quality of any full-size pickup belongs to Chevy.
Women like character.
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
What'd you step in?
At Pennzoil, we've discovered that it's not the kind of engine you drive that matters most in motor oil. It's the way you drive. You stop, you go. You stop, you go. You stop, you go. Imagine how your engine feels. The next time you change your oil, ask for Pennzoil, specially formulated to protect your engine from stop-and-go driving.
You okay, boy?
Stop, go. Pennzoil.
I want a spring break. You want Sears Days with big brands at our lowest prices of the season. I want happy trails. Save big on a great selection of big-name tires. Right now, it's Sears Days. I'm out of here.
Sports here at Talladega this afternoon for the Die Hard 500. Get up to speed with trackside stories. You can download videos, interviews, news, and results. First at the finish line on ABC Sports Online at AOL keyword ABC Sports.
By the way, some of the cars involved in the crash back on the racetrack, Bobby Hamilton, Joe Nemechek, John Andretti, and Mark Martin have been black flagged for too slow on the
Still about 9 cars, actually 6 running right together, and then a little bit back to the next 3. Jeff Gordon decides it's time to make a move here, but is anybody going to go with him? He could go from 3rd to who knows where.
The 18 moved over to try to help Gordon, try to give him some draft, but meanwhile on the outside, we've got 3 Fords, Jarrett, Wallace, and Jimmy Spencer teamed up.
And Jeff is going to go back to 6th spot, it looks like.
But he's got a teammate, Terry Labonte, back there, who has a very fast car. And right now, Jarrett and Kenny Wallace trying to get by Bobby Labonte. That last time through the trial, we almost had a duplication of that last crash. Gordon and Jarrett almost made contact.
Jimmy Spencer running there in 4th position is a former winner here at Talladega. He won the fall race in 1994. Earlier we saw the second pack closing in on the first pack. Not so anymore.
No, we see the 9th place car, Ward Burton. Look, he ran 49.5 with his fast lap. And Mayfield, the best lap he could run was 49.9, but won 50.4, lost almost 1 second that one lap.
And almost 2 seconds from 155 to 159. Now to Jerry Punch.
NASCAR has black flagged some of the cars that were damaged in that incident, saying they have to run a minimum of 56 seconds a lap to keep up. That's about 6.5, 7 seconds behind what the leaders are running. Otherwise, they become a hazard on the racetrack. That's why Bobby Hamilton has been brought in behind the wall. They are trying to attach a new carbon fiber Chevy Monte Carlo nose to his machine so he can get back up to speed.
Wow, that was so close, Benny. I think there was contact between Kenny Wallace and Terry Labonte, and I thought we were going to have another one.
I did too. As we see, Dale Jarrett has taken the lead. Here comes Spencer. Nobody to dance with on the outside.
But positions certainly being shuffled. They're 3 wide through the 33 degrees of banking in turn 2. Wallace in the middle, and now Ward Burton makes it a 2 abreast formation, but the positions have certainly been scrambled here in the last couple of laps.
And Terry Labonte, we saw him make that pit stop and go back to 25th, is now back up to 2nd place. There's our pole sitter, Labonte on the outside, hung out to dry.
Dale Jarrett leads now with Terry Labonte running in 2nd position. And a lap ago, as they came off of corner number 4, we almost had another one.
The 5 car. And Kenny Wallace, Labonte's going to try to turn under Kenny Wallace, and right there, if Kenny Wallace had turned down the hill 1 more foot, we would have had a duplicate of the crash we had a moment ago. Although, fortunately, not as many cars would have been involved.
And it would have probably wiped out about 5 or 6, though, and that's bad enough. So now we'll see if all that jostling and running side by side slowed down this first pack and has allowed the second group of cars to close in.
No, they're running side by side.
Yep.
If they get in line, they might help. But right now, they're 7 seconds behind the leader. And just 5 laps ago, they were just 2.5 seconds behind.
Brett Bodine having a good run. He's on the lead lap, battling alongside Rusty Wallace for the 11th position. The Paychex Ford looking good here today.
Yes, he is. That's Jeremy Mayfield, by the way. They are hard to tell apart.
Is pulling away from a 2.2-second interval on lap 158 to a 5.5-second interval on lap 162. More close racing back there in the backstretch.
Spencer pushing Labonte by Sterling Marlin.
And Dale Earnhardt is returning to the racetrack. His car is returning to the racetrack. Who is it, Jerry?
Well, Dale Earnhardt is left in the racetrack, but the crew wanted to try to be able to get the car back out, so they got the car repaired to make a lap or two. That is Kyle Petty in the car number 3. Kyle agreed to get in the car, take it back out for some laps to try to pick up some positions for Earnhardt and the Goodwrench team. Kyle Petty in the 3 car.
Well, if he can complete a couple of laps, he will perhaps move up in the standings. Meanwhile, look at this battle for the lead as Labonte is challenging Jarrett again. And now the Pontiacs and the Chevys are ganging up on Jarrett's Ford, but he gets back into second. But here comes Gordon, and he's got Bobby Labonte with him.
And Jarrett was leading the race. He's going back to 4th place. And Spencer, if he can't get in, might put him back to 5th spot.
Indeed, Jimmy Spencer will come to 4th. And Jarrett falls from 1st to 5th, but he does get in ahead of Sterling Marlin.
They're in trouble now. They got Team Hendrick running 1-2.
It's going to be tough for anybody to challenge the Hendrick boys. But we've got still a lot, 23 laps to go in this one, so a lot of racing yet to come. The Die Hard 500 continues from Talladega Superspeedway. We'll be right back.
At Plank Road, we don't do everything well. Fortunately, beer is something we do well. Ice House, thanks and enjoy.
Tippy!
If you're gonna get a dog,
Tippy! Lie down!
get a dog.
Tippy! 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 Put down the car!
If you're gonna get a burger, get a burger. Hardee's Frisco Burger. Buttery grilled sourdough bread, a large beef patty, Swiss, and bacon. Hardee's. If you're gonna go, go all out.
Are the parts here pretty good?
That'll work.
For quality parts, go to the pros.
Monday. You can get these pain pills without a prescription.
But if you take too many, you may feel more than the pain.
A dose of reality on 2020 Monday, 9, 8 Central.
Something's out there. This thing's part human. Waiting.
Don't expect it to stop at the water's edge.
So terrifying.
Get your people out of here now!
It will make you scream. Peter Benchley's Creature. Danger Services, ABC, May.
Who always greets you warmly and asks so little in return? The folks at Red Roof Inns. A genuine smile, a clean, comfortable room, and a great rate. Dogs have no concept of money, no pockets. Red Roof Inns, nice people, and an honest value.
Hey gang, Mike Arlo here from Classic Hits 106.9. If you're a huge NASCAR fan like I am, call Indian River Sports Travel. Hey, you can go to all the major races. You know, it's tough enough just getting the ticket. Then there's transportation, the parking. So do what I do, call Indian River. You get your race ticket, transportation, tailgate party before and after the race, even hotel with some races. And all you have to remember is your seat cushion, headphones, and where you left your cooler. So start your engines, put the pedal to the metal, and call right now. 523-5551, 523-5551.
On the next American Journal, tips on how to improve a squeaky or raspy voice. Plus, the women of Baywatch star in a hot new video. Go behind the scenes for the making of Babes of Baywatch. Next American Journal.
Monday at 5:30 on WVEC TV.
WrestleMania, here, Monday morning at 5.
You're watching the Die Hard 500 on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Less than 20 laps to go at Talladega. The Pennzoil copter cam circling overhead and showing you the lead group of cars. Now 5 in the lead draft with Sterling Marlin a close 6th position. Don't forget, coming up next here on ABC Sports, the AMA Supercross Motorcycle Championship from Texas Stadium right after our coverage of the Die Hard 500. By the way, the FedEx Championship Series IndyCar race, the Bosch Sparkplug Grand Prix presented by Toyota at Nazareth, was rained out today. You can see that tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN.
It looks like Sterling Marlin is in jeopardy of being left. We have 5-car breakaway right now, and Sterling Marlin is about a second behind, and he's got no one behind to push him. So
Ernie Irvin and Kenny Wallace have also lost the draft. And Ward Burton. Here's a Napa field summary with the point positions as of now. Team cars back up front. Jeff Gordon picking up his spot and losing his spot in the top 5. And the 6th, Bobby Labonte up 3. Earnhardt down 1. And Spencer up 4 to 10th position in points right now.
Chad Lillard going back on the racetrack in the John Deere car. Black flagged him a moment ago for running too slow.
There are 13 cars currently on the lead lap. Rusty Wallace, the last car on the lead lap. His teammate Jeremy Mayfield is 12th. Brett O'Donnell. As the laps are winding down here at Talladega. Team Hendrick, 2 of the 3 cars are first and second.
And now Sterling Marlin has gone 2 seconds behind the leader, so he has lost the lead draft.
As things wind down, we're going to take another break so that we can be here for the conclusion of this race. Who will be among these top 5?
Even at 35 degrees below zero, nothing outperforms Mobil 1. The Mobil 1 oil filter. Nothing stops dirt better.
How's the car, Dale? A little tight off. 0 cars moving up. Got them on the inside.
Inside every member of Team Monte Carlo, there's a side that's kind of wild.
Get another tire.
Team Monte Carlo.
Animal.
Pardon me. This year, they're hungrier than ever.
These days, it seems everyone's got a truck or 4x4. If you've got one of them, get to Sears. You'll roll out with $20 to $70 savings on a set of 4 Michelin XCLT4 tires. A premium good for every season light truck and sport utility tire. It even comes with a limited tread life warranty that starts at 50,000 miles. So to get that great Michelin performance, get in, get tires, and get rolling. Sears Auto Center.
You need a muffler. And you need it now. Right now at participating Midas shops, the famous Economizer Plus muffler is just $29.95 for a limited time only. $29.95, and it's guaranteed. So get into Midas now for a great muffler for just $29.95. Before it's too late.
Phil, I hear your wife's in the new Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
She is. Want a copy?
The Shell Houston Open,
Yeah.
Saturday at 2 on ABC Sports.
Naked, live, ladies, and Orama.
The Die Hard 500 on ABC Sports. Brought to you by Die Hard, race fans, what's under your hood? And Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Nothing has changed. The group remains in the same order. We are here now until the checkered flag drops, and that will be in 12 more laps. It's still Terry Labonte, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Spencer, and Michael Waltrip is shredding a tire down the backstretch.
But he is down on the apron of the racetrack. Should not be any problem for these cars that are up to speed.
They come down the backstretch in excess of 192 miles an hour.
See Kenny Schrader back out there with a new front end on his car.
By the way, Joe Nemechek is now driving the 3-car, and Kyle Petty has gone over into his own car to finish as many laps as possible. Kyle just got the black flag, so his run didn't last very long.
So the 3 cars playing musical drivers.
Yes, it has. Earnhardt left the racetrack after being involved in the crash. Kyle took a couple of laps, and Joe Nemechek drives the car now. They come out of 2 and down the backstretch, and when they cross the line next time, there'll be just 10 more laps to go.
Back in 4th and 5th, we've got a couple of Fords, Jimmy Spencer and Dale Jarrett, but I'm not sure that they can team up and do anything with Team Hendrick. The car's running 1-2. I'm sorry, Bob. We talk about tires blowing apart and damaging the fender. Look, when that tire comes apart, the damage it does, it's almost trying to tear the hood off the car.
Yep. And that's what happened to Michael Waltrip just a few moments ago, but we have no caution on the racetrack, and Michael has made it to his pit. All right, back to the racetrack now with 9.5 laps to go. Terry Labonte did not have a good outing last week at Martinsville. He finished in 26th position, but his most recent win in NASCAR Winston Cup competition was here last October. And he is in front at the moment with Jeff Gordon right behind him. We're riding with Terry's brother, Bobby, who is the pole sitter. Now, the 76 Racing Challenge money was won last weekend by Bobby Hamilton after starting from the pole, won the race. So it's back to $7,600, and Bobby Labonte will win it if he can come out on top.
Terry Labonte last October, I think this is the same car he won with. It was very, very fast then, and it seems to be the same again this spring.
Here's the record that Terry has established at this track: 38 starts, 2 wins, 10 top 5s, and 18 top 10s.
Jeff Gordon wants by his teammate. Look, he's pulling over. He's saying to Bobby Labonte, let's go. Come on, hook up with me. Let's go. Now let's go to the outside. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. And Gordon's going to try to go. Who's Bobby?
He is going by himself, Benny.
But will those brothers help each other, or will they help Jeff Gordon? Now, Dale Jarrett's going to come on the outside. He'll help Jeff Gordon.
Wow, so positions are being shuffled here now. Jarrett joins the bottom line and leaves Gordon hung out. And look how close Jimmy Spencer is drafting on Bobby Labonte.
Jeff wanted to go, but he couldn't get anybody to go with him. He goes from 2nd back to 5th. Now here goes Jarrett trying to get on the inside of Spencer.
And will Gordon help him? Almost touched in the backstretch. And now we may see these 3 cars lose the draft here as the Labonte brothers pull away.
Very close between Jarrett and Gordon.
Very.
And Gordon backs up, gets behind Jarrett. 6.5 laps.
Terry and Bobby, 1st and 2nd. The best finish Terry has had this year. He's finished 6th on 2 different occasions, most recently at Texas. Bobby Labonte, of course, won at Atlanta.
catch up. Is he in danger of losing the draft? Gordon is dropping back.
It seems like he might.
He's a half second behind the leaders. And those four are pretty close together. Gordon may lose the draft.
By the way, the number 3 car has been black flagged and is out of the race, ending a 53-race streak in which it was running at the conclusion of the race. And Jeff, it looks like Benny is losing the draft.
Well, he's about the same as he was. If he can just get these guys in front to race a little bit, he can catch up. As long as they stay in line, he might be in trouble.
Checkered has more from the pit area.
Benny, that's actually the exact discussion that he and Ray Evernham are having right now, where Ray heard on the radio from Jeff, hey, I've lost the draft. Ray went back and said, look, they'll start dicing it up soon. Just be patient.
He's 1 second back now. He's losing about 0.2 of a second per lap.
Terry Labonte's best finish this year was second at Bristol, not at Texas. He was second at Bristol. Can he hold on and record his first win of 1998? And the crew members watch these last few laps.
All these pit crews have satellite dishes on their toolbox. They all watch the race along with us.
And this will complete lap number 184. There are 4 more laps to go.
Jeff Gordon is now a little over 1.25 seconds back. Once again, about 0.2 of a second per lap.
Last fall, Terry Labonte won this race. Bobby finished second. That's exactly the way they're running now as we get down to it. But 2 Fords are right behind them. Will they be teaming up before the checkered flag? Jimmy Spencer's best finish so far this year has been at Rockingham. He was 4th, so he has his best run of the year going. There's the second group of cars that we've been keeping our eye on. Ernie Irvin, Kenny Wallace, Ward Burton, and Sterling Marlin.
Those guys are running 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. They are about 7 seconds behind the lead pack. Those 4 cars there.
They pass by Mark Martin, who is now 8 laps down in 23rd position. Joe Gibbs, the coach, looks on. His driver is running second.
Here comes Labonte crossing the line, completing another lap. 2 more to go. And Jeff Gordon is now almost 3 seconds behind. As a matter of fact, he might be in jeopardy of that second pack catching him.
Now maybe the time has come to move. Bobby Labonte goes high, coming off turn 2. Down the backstretch, Jimmy Spencer moves up behind him. They're going to shuffle Terry back, it looks.
Here comes Jarrett. Got 2 Fords together. The Chevrolet goes back to 4th. Oh, Bobby could be in trouble now. 1 lap to go. A little over 1 lap to go. He's got 2 Fords behind him.
Here comes the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Here's Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Spencer, Dale Jarrett, and Terry Labonte as they hit for the banking in turns 1 and 2 for the final time today. Now we'll watch the Fords. Will they team up? Pontiac has never won a NASCAR Winston Cup restrictor plate race. Now Jimmy Spencer begins to look to the inside of Bobby Labonte as they travel down the backstretch. But he makes no move.
He tried to make a move. He's got the accelerator pedal on the floor. He's just not able to get the momentum the way he needs to. Here he goes diving now to the inside. Jarrett goes through. No, he can't quite make it.
Bobby blocks the way to the inside. Now Spencer
Rusty Wallace in front of Jeremy.
And he's going to beat Jeremy to the line. And the 91, Kevin LePage was in that battle. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was a lap down in 14th position.
And Darrell Waltrip missed the wreck. He said he knew he was going to be in the wreck. He missed the wreck and finished 15th today.
Kenny Wallace finished in 7th position. So the race has been run, and Bobby Labonte is the winner. Robin Roberts, we're going to throw it back to you in the Wide World of Sports studio in New York. We'll be back here for the winner interview.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. A heck of a finish for Bobby Labonte. We're about to get down and dirty as the hottest Supercross riders are set to tear up the track there at Texas Stadium. For more, let's check in with Paul Page again.
Well, Robin, if you like racing of the four-wheel variety with Winston Cup, you're going to love what we have coming up next from Texas Stadium. AMA Supercross. Some of the best conditioned athletes in the world fly their bikes through the air, and then they take on a tough, rugged, brutal circuit. It's AMA Supercross. Now, let's send you back to Robin Roberts at our Wide World of Sports studio in New York.
All right, Paul, folks, you're going to see some wild stuff with that. Again, congratulations to Bobby Labonte, the winner of the Die Hard 500. After the break, we'll go back to Talladega and hear from the champ.
There is a sport as American as the automobile. It's a sport that never went on strike. And when its players want more money, well, they just get out and race for it. For these reasons and a million others, millions love it like no other. The Die Hard battery salutes the Die Hard race fans everywhere, as dependable and true as the name itself.
Meet Duke, cop. He loves his job. And the third door in his Chevy S10. It's one of a kind, just like Duke. Chevy S10, like a rock.
McDonald's is going wild over the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's most adventurous theme park ever.
This is wild.
And when you supersize any extra value meal, like our bold, tangy McRib, you'll go wild too. Because now you can get one of 4 fiercely collectible cups free, and a chance to win a wild vacation to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park from McDonald's. Where can you go this wild? Did somebody say McDonald's?
Budweiser has 12 breweries located across the country. The Budweiser that you get from your local brewery is usually the freshest beer available in the marketplace. Budweiser sells very quickly. The average age of Budweiser on the shelf is about 30 days. Having local breweries ensures that your Budweiser is the freshest possible beer it can be by the time you purchase it.
Bobby Labonte is in victory lane here at Talladega Superspeedway, having won the Die Hard 500.
Bobby Labonte, the first restrictor plate victory for Pontiac, will have your name next to it. And you're celebrating. You are excited about this one, aren't you?
And I won over a 1.5-mile racetrack. Man, I feel like I've been restricted. So I tell you what, this Interstate Pontiac was awesome all week long. And it just performed flawlessly, and I got to thank Interstate Batteries, Pontiac, Goodyear tires. Heck, we got so many Coca-Cola, South Throw Spank, got Centos Champion, Ditch Witch, Husqvarna. I mean, you know, it's just been a great day. And Jimmy Makar and all them guys, they just put together a great race car and just got lucky. And anytime you can finish a restrictor plate race, you got to feel lucky no matter where you finish.
Hey, let's go back to when Jeff Gordon was signaling to you when you guys were running behind your brother. And all of a sudden he's saying, come on with me, and you didn't go. Did you know something about this race car?
Well, I knew it was pretty good when we were out front, and I knew that Jimmy Spencer was going to help us. So, you know, whenever we we got hooked up together earlier last year, or this year at Daytona. It was fast, and this time here we got together, and he was going to hang with me. So I owe him a big steak next Saturday night at Fontana. So I'm going to cook that for him. But it was just a deal where, I knew I needed to be second when the last lap came down, or last time we make a move.
Well, that's it from our McDonald's interview from Victory Lane. So let's check in with Jerry Punch and Mr. Excitement.
Indeed, he was Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer, from 22nd to 2nd. And, Jimmy, let's talk about the last 3 laps. First of all, you helped Bobby Labonte make the pass for the lead.
We knew that the Team Winston car wasn't good enough to win this race on its own. There's no question. And you need to make a friend, and I made a friend of Bobby Labonte at Daytona for the 500 and helped him get second. And I got second today with him, with all his help, and I really appreciate that. I sort of knew there was going to be no teammates at the end of that race. I mean, I know Gordon and Labonte are teammates, stuff like that, but the Team Winston, no bull car. We're out there by ourselves, and we made a deal with Bobby, and it worked out for us.
Last lap, Jimmy, you made a high move, a low move. Looked like you might have a shot going into 3. Did you think you had any shot at getting Bobby Labonte?
Maybe if his carburetor broke or something. You never know, though, Jerry. I mean, I was going to give it everything I had, and Dale made a run at him there, and he blocked it to the top of the racetrack going into the 3rd turn. And then I shot back to the bottom. And without having a really good run with a guy right on pushing you, it's pretty tough. And I congratulate Bobby Labonte and Joe Gibbs. Say hi to my son and daughter at the house, and my mom's home, and my mother-in-law. I never get to say that much on TV, so I appreciate that, and I want to thank the Lord for a safe race.
Indeed we do. Jimmy Spencer finishes 2nd. Dale Jarrett finished 3rd. He's standing by with Bill Weber.
And it's a Coke and a smile for Dale Jarrett. You dodged some harrowing moments out there, and that came home with a good finish.
Yeah, we sure did. And we want to congratulate Bobby Labonte and Jimmy Makar. They had a great day, a great race car. And just thank the Lord that the other guys are okay. We all sit there and wonder when it's going to happen, and I was fortunate enough to be in front of it, but I'm just glad the guys are okay. That's the main thing, is we come out of here and everybody's in one piece, so to speak, and we can go on to the next race and get by here.
Tell me about your day.
It was exciting. I made a wrong move on the very start of the race and worked myself towards the back, and then had to get back towards the front. But my car was awful good. I got a little bit tight there at the end, and maybe I shouldn't have gone to the front, but I felt like I needed to do that and give it a try. But knowing they were going to come back by me, I was hoping I might get in about 3rd, but it's 5th the best I could do. So, but good day for us. We picked up points on all the guys that are in front of us there, and that's what we were here for.
Okay, so a good finish for Dale Jarrett. He comes home with another critical top 5. Bob, let's take a look at the results.
And the yellow arrows indicate the drivers who led a lap. Terry Labonte with the double yellow arrows indicates that he led the most laps. 13 cars were on the lead lap at the finish, and Darrell Waltrip pulled out a 15th place finish.
Take a look at 16 through 30. Steve Grissom, a good run for him. Michael Waltrip led a lap in the big crash, finished back in 21st. Kenny Schrader, and they would see all those cars, most of those cars involved in the crash, except Jeff Burton.
And what's happened in the point standings? Well, everybody in the top 5 stayed the same. The big change was in 6th through 10th. Bobby Labonte gained 4 positions. Elliott and Earnhardt down 1, and Spencer gained 4 up into the top 10. NASCAR Winston Cup racing next weekend. NASCAR Bud Pool qualifying from Fontana, California on the Deuce at 5:30 Friday. Saturday, a Winston West race at 3 o'clock, and then happy hour at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. On Sunday, RPM today at 2:30, NASCAR today at 3 o'clock, and the California 500 presented by Napa. Live coverage at 3:30 Eastern Time on ESPN next Sunday afternoon. So an exciting race here at Talladega. Big crash, but everybody is okay, and Bobby Labonte walks away as the winner. Thanks to Jack Arute, Jerry Punch, Bill Weber, and Benny Parsons. Now to our Wide World of Sports studio in New York. Here is Robin Roberts.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. An exciting race indeed. Don't forget AMA Supercross coming up next here on ABC. But first, let's bring you up to speed on what else is happening in the wide world of sports today. The NBA playoffs, of course, continuing today. The Knicks down in Miami, game 2 of that series, and they come home with the win, 96-86. John Starks comes off the bench to score 25 points in 22 minutes. That series now tied at 1-1. Game 3 Tuesday in the Garden. Right now, in the 3rd, the Lakers leading the Trailblazers 83-71. Of course, the Lakers won game 1 in that series. To hockey, playoffs continuing there as well. Go quickly through these scores. The Capitals and the Bruins tied at 2-2 in the third period with about 5 minutes left to go in this game. The Devils and the Senators tied at 1-1 in overtime. As for the Stars and the San Jose Sharks, 2-1 Sharks in lead. That's in the second period with about 1:40 left to go. And Detroit leading Phoenix 2-0 in the third period. We'll keep you updated. To baseball, the Rockies and Braves picking up top of the third. Vinny Castilla with a 2-run shot off Greg Maddux. Maddux gave up 6 earned runs in 5 innings of work. Colorado went on top 6-0. Top of the 8th, that's Castilla. He goes long again, his second homer of the day. Goes 4 for 4, 2 homers, 5 ribbies, 3 runs scored. And as you would imagine, Colorado goes on for the 7-6 victory. Castilla now leads the majors in home runs with 11, and Greg Maddux falls to 2-2 on the year. Coming up next, Toyota presents the AMA Supercross Motorcycle Championship. That's straight ahead, so plenty of racing excitement today here on ABC Sports. I'm Robin Roberts. We'll see you throughout with updates. Enjoy.
Promotional consideration provided by National Car Rental, the official car rental company of ABC Sports.
5 words changed history.
Also on the show, Hank's Tip of the Week.
A product that will finally keep your glasses on in a bath.
And later, a very special look into the making of Glenn Lau's new critically acclaimed motion picture. His outdoor adventure, Big Mouth, Forever. It's all straight ahead on America's favorite family outing. Outdoor Magazine. In our second decade, featuring the finest in outdoor family entertainment. This season, Hank's Show is brought to you in part by AC Delco Voyager batteries. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it. And by Kelly Tires. A good deal on a great tire.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at? He's gone fishing.
Hey, you know, we got a neat show coming up today. I'm going to have a buddy of mine come out and join me in just a minute. We're going to go off and catch some bass, I hope. Let me tell you a little bit about this guy. Now, you've seen him on the show before, but this guy, you've heard the old saying, you can't judge a book by his cover. This guy looks like Grizzly Adam, but he's got a heart of gold. He's the guy that started the Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs campaign. He's got a heart for kids, but more than that, Glenn Lau is probably, out of all the people that I hunt and fish with, he's probably the most true outdoorsman that I know. I mean, he knows it all. He studies bass. He started on the Great Lakes, fishing out of Port Clinton, Ohio, at Lake Erie, where I like to go up and do some shows. But he's one heck of a fisherman, and he's going to show us how to catch some fish, and we're going to all learn something, pick up a few tips. I hope you didn't hear what I said about you, because I take it all back. It wasn't. I didn't hear it, but I'd like to hear it when you play the tape back. Wasn't any of it true, so. How you doing? Have a seat. Good to see you. Great. Thanks for the Coke, man. I appreciate that. Welcome to Florida. Yeah, it's cold. What is the deal here? Well, it's the period just before good bass fishing and right after good deer hunting. So I thought I'd take time off to do a show with you. Well, we're in no man's land. So it's going to be a great, anytime I'm with Glenn, it's a lot of fun, and I probably spend half my time with you hunting or fishing, turkey hunting, chasing a deer, doing something. But I know you worked on the movie Big Mouth Forever, and you let me be a part of that. And I say movie because it's far more than a videotape. It's like Gone with the Wind or something. I mean, this was a major production, and I really enjoyed being a part of that, and I know that occupied a lot of your time. Tell me just a little bit about that.
Well, I appreciate your comments. You told me you looked at it 8 times and then called me and said it was better than Forrest Gump, which I appreciate. 4 years ago, I started a project to try and do something, a sequel to Big Mouth, which was a film that I worked 2 years on.
Sure.
And over 2,000 hours underwater. I didn't think I could do it because I wasn't sure there were that many things. So we started brainstorming, and I say we, the writer and Bill Comstock, the fellow that works with me a lot, and we put a lot of names up on the wall just to see how many different things we hadn't covered. And in one day we had like 65 things that weren't really covered well in Big Mouth. So I started this project with the idea of being able to do a program, actually a film, what I call film, but a lot of people call video because we work with nothing but film. But I wanted a film that would help the fishermen understand the fish. Where Big Mouth told about the life cycle and it gave you an understanding of the fish, I wanted something that gave the fishermen an understanding of the fish, but also how the fish related to fishing, how it could help the fishermen. And so over that 4-year period, I didn't work on it every day, of course, but over that 4-year period, we were able to search out some things that I would consider total mysteries. I mean, there were no answers.
I agree with that. I mean, it's incredible. I've seen it 16 times now, and I still think it's better than Forrest Gump. I don't know if we can do this or not, but could we show just an excerpt of this before we go out on the lake?
What part do you want to show?
Well, you know my favorite part.
What part?
When I get to catch this big bass.
Oh, okay. We'll show that.
In the beginning was the bass. Not quite the beginning of creation, but sometime after the light shone into darkness and long before primitive man made his way onto this continent where bass fed and bred, but had never yet seen a lure implanted with a hook shaped from bone, let alone steel. Big Mouth was predator, not prey. The bass's first meal might have been a bluegill. The bluegill was equipped with spiny fins, so it was hard to swallow. But the bass didn't care. He fed and survived, a favored tribe of fish. And one day, when he felt the spiny fin, he would find too late it was a bony hook. Big Mouth went on with his hungry life, but now he too had become the quarry.
Well, that was incredible footage. I mean, it just, but you know, the angling skills is what really surpasses. That guy really knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I had somebody else. I had Bill Dance in mind, but I decided to use that guy instead.
Let's go fishing. Okay. Oh, no.
Right now, let's see what's up at the Mercury Outboards Kids Corner.
Have you ever noticed how some days are better than others for catching fish? That's because fish eat more during certain conditions.
And learning to recognize these conditions helps us to catch more fish.
In the early spring, like today, one of the most important things to watch for is warming weather.
We know that fish are cold-blooded. The colder the water, the colder the fish.
A cold fish don't like to move much.
So when the temperatures start rising, chances are the fish are on the move.
And the more they move, the more they eat. Well, that sounds like Chase.
So pay attention to the conditions around you. It can make a big difference in your fishing.
Now coming up, more with Hank and his longtime friend, filmmaker Glenn Lyon.
Oh, Hanky. What you got, Glenn? A double header. We'll get mine at the boat. Oh, no, you're not. I got it. Oh, boy. Fishing is so much fun. Beat you. I beat you, Glenn. Hey, coming up when we return, I'm going to show you something that will keep your sunglasses on at 70 miles an hour plus, even if you look the other way.
You're not after second best, and all you're gonna follow are the fish. Welcome to the tournament-level performance of the Ranger Sports Series. Cocked, loaded, and priced to move. Once you pull the trigger, the cap you wear won't be the only thing blown away.
I love fishing, but I never head out without the right equipment or the right motor oil. Quaker State Marine Synthetic. It exceeds all of today's warranty requirements. When the bass are biting, I don't want to be on the wrong side of the lake smoking and choking. Quaker State won't foul my spark plug, so my engine keeps performing and stays protected, which means more fishing. And Quaker State is biodegradable. Right, more fishing. Quaker State Marine, it's right for your engine. Hey, look, it's Hank Parker. Man, what a quick set. Those guys are talking about my Remington Quick Set tent. So easy to set up that even a beginner can do it in 3 minutes or less. The poles are color-coded and shock-corded together, and these hubs stay attached to the tent. Quality, this Remington name is one of the most trusted names in the great outdoors. Now it's time for that other Hank Parker Quick Set. Quick Set Cabin Tents by Remington Camping. When it comes to catching bass, sometimes smaller means more action. That's why I like the new Uncle Josh Kicker Frog. A chunky tapered head for better hook sets and curly legs for lifelike ripple action. Plus the proven pork scent that bass love. So to put a little kick in your tackle box, get new Kicker Frog. New Uncle Josh Kicker Frog in 6 bass-catching colors. Get ready to catch some amazing action.
This portion of Hank's show is brought to you by Thill. Catch more fish with ultra-sensitive Thill gold medal floats. We're back with Hank's Tip of the Week.
That looks like a lot of fun. You know, that's kind of a great day to be out boating. Be a good day to be going fast down the lake. You know, I'm going to do that in just a minute. That's a problem for a lot of people, and that's a problem for myself when you wear sunglasses to go fast down the lake. But I have found this little deal called React is the greatest thing that I've ever seen to keep your sunglasses on. They make a couple different models. Of course, they come in a lot of different colors. But I want to show you how this deal works. You got them with the strap, or you got them without the strap. But I'm going to show you how they work. Both ways work well, but I like the strap a little bit better, because that way you can take them off, let them hang around your neck. Or if you would get really, really wild, and for some unbeknownst reason unto myself, they would come off, you have a strap there as a safety. But you just slide these on over your glasses, like so, both sides, and then they're adjustable. Really, really neat. And they're made out of a silicone, a real soft silicone, so they don't bother your ears. Now, my wife got me growing my hair long. You can see how long she's got me wearing my hair. She goes with me to the barber and tells them how to cut it. She says I'm so old-fashioned. But if I didn't have this long hair, you can see how these reacts wrap around my ear. Now, I said they were adjustable. You can just slide them up to fit exactly how you want them to fit. And that way, that'll keep your glasses from moving up and down, sliding up and down your nose. But you can literally go 70 miles an hour in a bass boat, and you don't ever have to worry. You can turn your head and look behind you. You can see if fish are schooling. Now, you don't want to do that too long. You might have an accident. But you can actually look behind you or whatever you need to do, and you never have to worry about your sunglasses blowing off. You can ride a motorcycle with them. You can ride a jet ski with them. You can do anything you want to with the reacts, and they won't come off. That is the neatest deal. So just check out your local sporting goods store, and I guarantee you're going to like it. When they're healthy like this, they'll fight, won't they? They do. They fight hard. They fight to the bitter end. I love catching fish. There were so many times when I didn't catch fish, but when I do, it makes me very happy. No other batteries get on board my boat because they're reliable. I think I've been a little stubborn about AC Delco Voyager.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing, Hank. You have been stubborn. I'm kidding. Truth is, the AC Delco Voyager is reliable and durable.
I agree. It's the best all-around deep cycle battery I've ever seen.
Finally, Hank and Jimmy agree.
That spinnerbait of yours is something.
Yeah, that's the best.
I didn't say it was best.
Whose is better?
Mine.
Oh, man, the blades don't even matter.
Well, some things never change.
Give me a break.
Don't just break your line, they break your heart. That's why more fishermen trust Trilene, America's strongest monofilament.
To me, the most exciting fishing is to find fish on a chart recorder, on a sonar unit, look at it on the screen, mark it, and then turn around and be right and catch the fish. That's exciting. You want to fish right where that thermopane and the structure meet. So you can't see that on a lot of units. The 135, you can see that just as plain as day, and you can separate the target. The 135 has the capability of going beyond the thermocline. There's no other unit out there that I've seen that will compare.
You're watching TNN Outdoors.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bird for TNN Outdoors. And coming up, we've got a hot Bassmaster competition over in Virginia on Lake Gaston, as well as some classic flipping and pitching techniques from one of the other pros. The guys from In-Fisherman Television will give out some expert advice on bass fishing while using deep diving crankbaits. And up next, we're getting out into the great outdoors on Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine. So keep it right here on the network the pros watch, TNN.
Hank Parker's Outdoor Magazine, celebrating our second decade in outdoor family entertainment.
Boy, those are beautiful fish. Look. That lateral line, healthy.
cleaner the water, the better the fish. The more visible they are, aren't they? You know, there's really nothing wrong with our waters in this country that we couldn't clean up just by stopping pollution. Well, I think the Potomac River and the Hudson River is a couple prime examples of that, you know. The Potomac was so polluted 15 years ago, and so were the Hudson. You didn't catch any fish. And now they're both really, really great fisheries. A little too far to cast to right now, though. Yeah. I couldn't reach a Potomac even with 4-pound test line. What'd you learn from my video, Big Mouth Forever? I'm not going to answer that, under the grounds that it may intimidate me. What did I learn from Big Mouth? Let me tell you, Glenn, the first Big Mouth I saw, I was just a mere lad, about 18, 19 years old. And I was completely eaten up with fishing, absorbed in the world of fishing. And when I saw that and saw Uncle Homer get those strikes on those crankbaits, and he didn't even detect the strike, that really, really, really intrigued me. But I learned so much about underwater, lure presentation, and when in doubt, the most important thing, when in doubt, set the hook. The question is, what did you learn from doing the sequel to Big Mouth Forever? Well, as you know, this has been my life's work, and it wasn't so much of what I had learned, it's what I was able to confirm. When I was a young man and a fishing guide up on Lake Erie, the one thing that I found out right away is that there are 2 or 3 different kinds of bass that are swimming around out in any body of water. Even this body of water we live in. There's the ones that live up in the rocks and the structure, and then there's a whole another group of fish that are swimming out there that are school fish. And they live their entire life just swimming freely, except for when they go to spawn, and then they come up into the shallow. See, that's real intriguing to me. And we were able to go in and actually film schools of fish that, well, one school had 200 or 300 fish in it, and they were all over like 3 or 4 pounds, and some were up in the 10, 12-pound range. And I know it's the first time that that's ever been photographed, because I've never seen it before, and I don't know anybody else that's ever seen it. I had never seen it. The other thing that I think is very important, when we started the original Big Mouth back in 1971, we were the first people to promote the catch and release of a fish. You got one on? I do have. And catch and release is such an important element of bass fishing. If you're going to have fish, you can, I mean, there's enough evidence that you can go into any body of water and catch out almost all the fish in there. And so we reaffirmed that in Big Mouth Forever and try to make people realize that it needs to be a way of life. You know, Kelly makes a safari tire for just about every light truck driver on the road, or off, for people into social climbing, or just socializing, for people who run rivers, or errands, for people who think trucks are for hauling, or for hauling. You'll never believe it, but they even make safari tires for people who think this is a great fishing hole. Different fish respond to different kind of lures, just like different vehicles can respond to different kinds of motor oil. That's why I only put Quaker State 4x4 synthetic blend in my hard-working truck, because that heavy hauling and low gear, high revving puts serious pressure on the truck's engine. And Quaker State 4x4 is serious protection. See, you don't want to be caught floundering when it's time to go fishing.
Quaker State. The choice is clear.
Created by a master of spinnerbait fishing, Hank Parker, the Vampire features a blade assembly that allows the fisherman to change the pitch and flare of each blade. Spread it, fold it, twist it, then fish it. The most weedless spinnerbait ever designed. You can also buzz it, crank it, or drop it.
The incredible Vampire for the Man's Bait Company. Have you had any bites lately?
The Great Watusi has accepted the Mustad Challenge to cross this 10-foot bed of triple grip treble hooks. Of course, the Great One thinks triple grip is an ordinary replacement treble. Actually, its unique 20-degree wide-angle bend ensures effortless hook sets with unbelievable holding power to hold most anything. To catch more fish, hop over to your favorite bait and tackle store for new triple grip.
Number 110.
Well, we've caught them at deep, shallow, and everywhere in between. And they're all the same size almost. So what are we going to do about that?
I don't know. You had a reputation of being able to catch big bass, and that's one out the window.
I know. I hurt myself there.
Oh, I got one hanky. Oh, this could be it. Oh, I lost it.
Better to have loved and lost. Look, my friend, it has been a wonderful day.
Yes, it has.
You are a fine man.
You know what I always say, don't you?
My second favorite fishing partner.
You know what I always say, don't you?
What do you always say?
Who's your first favorite?
Timmy Paul Parker.
Oh, my.
So, okay?
I always say every day is a holiday and the skies are baby blue, and anybody don't like this life is crazy.
And I always say, what would you be doing out here on the storm on the day with a storm like this? Look at the camera and tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye, folks. We've enjoyed it. I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to doing it again with Hanky. You're one of my very, very best friends.
And we'll do it again, too. Okay. Hey, thanks for being with me today. God bless you. I'm Hank Parker.
Hank's Show is brought to you in part by AC Delco Voyager batteries. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it. Don't be sorry. Use America's strongest Berkeley Trilene. Garmin, the #1 name in GPS, has now gone fishing. Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire. Man's Bait Company, quality lures made in America. Minn Kota, doesn't know the meaning of quit. Quaker State Lubricants, Hank Parker's personal choice. Radica Fishing Games, you can feel the fish on the line. Ranger Boats, we still build them one at a time. Remington, makers of quality quick-set cabin tins. And by Abu Garcia, Berkeley Rods, Mercury Outboards, Mustad Hooks, Plano Tackle Systems, and Uncle Josh.
The house needs painting, the grass needs mowing. Where's he at? Gone fishing.
Much of that either.
These fish right over here. You got me bad, Grant. Man, they're bad at that. These are vicious animals.
Yes.
People think they're friendly.
That's that new cross from the piranha and the bass.
Man, they're vicious. That thing just broke my arm and got my nose.
They call them bassarana.
This is TNN Outdoors. Bassmasters, next on TNN Outdoors.
Get virtually any surface clean and dry 10 times faster with the PVA 10X from Quantum Homewares. The PVA 10X drinks up giant spills like a whole can of soda in seconds. Picks up sticky, gooey messes like a magnet. The 10X even lifts impossible spills straight out of the carpet. Any mess, any surface, clean and dry 10 times faster. The PVA 10X with exclusive lifetime replacement warranty. Now available at stores everywhere.
Oh, Tony.
Oh, you'll feel the burn, all right. Hey, there's no shortcut to results when you're a pro, like your GMC dealer. Check them out. They're closer than you think. Here it is.
Lisa's sporty new, fun-to-drive 4-cylinder Sonoma regular cab for only $139.